All right, it's Monday, February 12th. It's a little over an hour to go in trading on the SPY, and I just wanted to highlight what's unfolding here. I shot a video earlier this morning how I was going to shoot some weekly recap videos at the end of the week and kind of go over the 5 days of the week and what's unfolding or what did unfold and some of the key levels. At the time, the market was kind of up pretty big with a green bar here. It was following through on the weekly bar from last week, taking out the new highs, which I kind of anticipated. But now I said to monitor that opening price, of the week and see whether or not we hold above that or not. At the moment, we're potentially starting a failure. So we'll see what develops. There's an economic number tomorrow, CPI number, I think. So that might affect really the volatility. As long as we hold the midpoint of this weekly bar, I still think that overall trend's up, but clearly we might be getting that shooter bar today that then leads into maybe a sell signal for tomorrow to take out some, targets here on a short-term broadening action, two downward target here and here. Now the question is, or the thing is, today, if we look at the intraday action, we had the very good buy signal early in the morning, and I discussed that in that first video. I was anticipating a secondary move to take out the highs of the day. When it didn't do that, it kind of was working up 1-2 on its third bar, had a big failure bar, and then a little follow through. So once I saw that follow through, to me, that shows you're not getting the orderly pullback to take out that high of the day. This was the orderly pullback. That was the attempt up. So once it kind of, at that point, you watch and see, do you just bounce around all day, or do you maybe continue lower? And once we had this little pause here with the red bar, I actually bought some puts to take out the low of the day and the pre-market lows because they hadn't been tested yet. And, I actually bought some SPY 506 puts at 485. I scaled that at 550, and then I exited the rest at 615 here. So a very nice trade in the short term, just anticipating this failure here would then continue, given the red, bar here, would then, it consolidated to test some of these lows, and that's what it's done right here. So this is an inflection point. I don't know if it's going to continue lower for the rest of the day or maybe pop up by the end of the day, and we'll see how this daily bar ends. But I just wanted to kind of highlight how things kind of unfold, or how the daily chart is going to unfold each day on the 15-minute chart, and how I'll point out what some of the opportunities were. And this would be an example if I was recapping it, where I would have discussed a good early morning trade here, and then a good actual reversal trade here, given the way price action unfolded. And those are the types of things that should unfold. Early in the day, when the market was heading up, I really didn't buy the SPY. Instead, I was trading, here when it was heading up. I was trading individual stocks. So if I look at my trades, I was buying Meta and Nvidia. And if I look at those stocks, again, I watch a lot of stocks at the same time. Meta had a very good open with a pause and a secondary move to the upside. Nvidia had a very nice, opening move, 2 inside bar pauses, and then a buy in here to take out the first bar high and then kind of work up higher in the morning. All of those have reversed, and that's why I do a lot of my trades, that morning move, and I discussed that in a lot of prior videos, how that first move of the day is what I'm trying to capture, and then we see what happens from there. So anyway, just thought I'd point out what's unfolding on the SPY here. We could be getting a bit of a shooter bar. We have a number tomorrow. 2 down day could definitely start targeting down, towards these lows. There's a little pivot machine gun, and we'll see, if that unfolds, whether we get through the midpoint of the prior week, and that could be a big sign of a failure, a 3 bar down to these targets. But, that's a long way to go. So I don't even know how today is going to close yet, but I just wanted to show you kind of how some of this stuff comes together and what I'll be recapping as the week goes on.